Howdy, guys. How is everybody? Thanks for coming over from Orange Cone Wall. I'm sorry, I could not figure out how to. I tried to share the, I tried to get the Fat Matt Adventures video up on here, but I couldn't figure out how to get it into my StreamYard. So, yeah. Because I was going to play, I was going to play that song, but I could not figure it out. So, I'm not really that tech savvy, by the way. But anyway, guys, we are here to raise money for Helping Hands for Cruising, which is a charity organized by Sean and Ilana from the Down Under Cruisers in Melbourne, Australia. And it's to help people like myself and others, whether it be due to a financial situation or a caregiver or somebody that has never cruised before in their life, to go and enjoy a once-in-a-lifetime cruise vacation to get away from everyday life circumstances. And it is definitely a life-changing experience. As most of you know, I was the very first recipient of the inaugural Helping Hands for Cruising group cruise on the Carnival Horizon, going out of Miami, went to Aruba, Amber Cove, La Ramona, and Bonaire. And yes, I did pin the link to the donation. It is pinned to the top of the chat, by the way. So I'm not sure where the amount is standing at right now at the moment, but I'm sure somebody can probably verify that. But anyway, I need to pin what? Danny's link to top. That is, oh, really? Hang on a second. Is that really? Oh. Oh, sorry. Oh, hang on. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Well, hang on. Oh, okay. That is the correct one this time. That is the correct one this time. I did not know how that worked, but anyway. Alrighty. That's okay. But anyway, the link is pinned to the top to donate, and any amount will work. there's no there's no it can be $1, it can be $5, it can be, there's no amount that's too big or too small to to get someone on a cruise, to be able to enjoy a once in a lifetime cruise vacation. Yes, and I will. Hang on a second. Let me send the link to a couple people in the chat. Or let's see. Hang on. I mean. Let's see. Hang on. But what? An error again? Are you serious? It won't let me do it. Oh man. Are you serious? I'm getting to wonder if this is wrong. No. Don't cancel. Well, anyway, let me just do this and go to I tried to do it through Messenger, but it would not let me do it. So I'll just do that. All right, Adventures with Roxanne Scott from Controversial Cruising. Cruising on the high seas. You're more than welcome to come up here. That's the StreamYard link. But I definitely want Adventures with Roxanne on up here because she was the hello, Rob.
Hello.
How are ya?
Okay, I guess.
Looks like you got a cute puppy there.
He is a very cute puppy.
But anyway, I want Adventures with Roxanne up here so she can tell everybody how she enjoyed her very first group cruise that she went on back in, I want to say October. I want to say October of 2024.
Nope. It was.
wasn't it? I could be wrong.
Yes, October makes sense. Yes, October makes sense.
I believe it was October 21st through the 26th, I believe.
Yeah.
It was called Put a Lime in It.
Yeah.
I know V went on it, Michael Ann went on it. It was Amy from Amethyst Haze Adventures
Hmm.
that hosted it.
Yeah. And it was just around my Alaska time.
And but yeah, I want and Michael Ann, if you want to come up here, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, I know. There she is. Hey, Roxy.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. So, since you are up here,
Yeah. Let's
tell
put a lime in it.
everybody, tell everybody how Helping Hands for Cruising changed your life when you went on your first cruise. How much did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it so much. Want to do another one. I can't wait. I can't. I want to go more and more and more. And I know it was a hard time for me to go because it was around. Should have been my 44th wedding anniversary, and I didn't make it to 44. We made it 43. He passed away. So, but it was fun, and I'd do it again. And I'm hoping others will get to go. When I got on that cruise, the first thing we did was it was lit up, beautiful, all these lights, and it was Halloween time, and they had a big old pumpkin, and I'm just sitting there dancing to the music in the background. It was wonderful.
Ah, so what what would what would be your best expression to, like, what would you say to somebody that has never cruised before?
I would say that if you're a person that wants to cruise, but you're afraid to go cruising because you might get car sick, go to your
Yeah,
doctor. They can give you patches to go behind your ear. They can give
yeah.
you a wristband that you put on. Just, if that's your problem, that you get air sick, car sick, go to your doctor. Tell them that, hey, I've been nominated for a cruise. What can I take so I won't get sick
Ah,
on this cruise? Don't
mm,
let your fears hold you back.
mm-hmm,
There you can also, if you're get anxieties or depression easily, take your medicine if you take any. Just go talk to your doctor and tell them that, hey, I want to go on this cruise, but I'm afraid I'm going to be sick on it. Not if you do it things before you go. It'll be wonderful. I had patches behind my ear. I also had medicine I didn't take, but I
mm.
didn't get sick. I only did the patches because everybody else is doing the patches, just
I
in case.
understand. Yeah, it's better to have. It's better to have stuff prepared.
Yes, it's better to have your medication, or you can even go over the counter to your
Mhm.
pharmacy and say, "Hey, what can I get over the counter to take on a cruise with me?" There are pills you can take. There are 2 or 3 kinds you can buy. Ask your pharmacy if you can't afford a doctor's visit. So go to your pharmacy and they will get you some medicine to take with you. Get over your fears. You know,
Mhm. How
there
about
are
you?
more accidents. There are
Oh, I'm
more
sorry.
accidents on the road than there are on a ship.
Yeah. How about you, Rob? Uh, what would you get? what's the question? I'm trying to figure out how.
What would he do for somebody?
What would you do? What would be your advice that you'd give somebody that is never cruised before in their life and that they're getting ready to go on their first cruise?
Always be willing to explore and want to open up the world, because every place offers something uniquely different. And just enjoy the cruising.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, like I never experienced as of yet any seasickness, so I don't use those patches, pills, none of that stuff. But I'm used to it.
I understand.
Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, I want to say hello to some people in the chat. I haven't been ignoring the chat. I do see your comments. I just haven't actually said them. But I want to say hello to Pafford Homestead and PSB Odyssey and Megs and C's Marjorie, of course, Melnetti, Mike Wayne, Tommy V. She said she was in bed, so.
she's in bed and she doesn't want to come up, but meanwhile, I'm in bed and I'm still up here. So what's your excuse now, V?
Well, probably because Steve is probably sleeping.
It's a pajama party. You know, someone didn't tell me I needed my pajamas, so I wore my Helping Hands for Cruising shirt. I didn't get the memo.
Yes. And so anyway, what was your favorite thing you did on your cruise?
Yes, the most favorite thing I did, meeting the cruise director.
Meeting the cruise director?
I met the cruise director, went to all the shows. He's a cool man. His name is Felipe, but he's got a girlfriend that works on the cruise with him. So, but no, it was fun and getting on there and dancing. You know, he had put on some great dances.
Mm-hmm.
The 80s party and dancing with Felipe. It was fun. Yes, he was amazing. What I was going to say, he's the best cruise director I ever had, but he's the only cruise director I ever had.
Yeah.
He wasn't one of the shy cruise directors. If you said something, he knew how to make a joke back at you. You know, he knew how to come at it. So he was great.
It's definitely a life-changing experience for sure. Like I said, you're looking at up here on this panel. You're looking at two people that is actually benefited from this great charity called Helping Hands for Cruising. I was the very first recipient, and James and Cindy Catanese were the second, and Scott and Amber were the third recipients of that same cruise that James and Cindy had went on. And then
I was number 4.
Then you were the fourth one. And from what I understand, we do have a 5th recipient going on the Alaskan cruise. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have a 5th one. Her name is Gabby.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you want to know some of the problems on the cruise, being 4'9", and everybody says, "Well, just ask one of the workers on the cruise to get it for you." I couldn't reach the water, the water or the drinks, and I'm going. They had them too far back. If all the cruise ships would pull their drink machines up, 3 or 4 inches, all the shore people could get everything better. But someone said, "Well, you ask the cruise people, and they'll get it for you." I said, "Yeah, they will, but sometimes you're too impatient."
Yeah, I know all about it. I know all about that. Being short. Sorry, guys. I wish I could get rid of this.
Well, when you're also having to use a walker or a wheelchair, unless you've got one of those wheelchairs that's got the cover that you pull over like a tray,
Mhm.
how are you carrying your stuff back? So they will help you. Don't get me wrong on that. They will help you.
I actually, when I actually went on my uh, second cruise, I went on, because like it's been said before, uh, when you go on your first one, your very first one, you're gonna get hooked and you want to go on another one. Well, I went on, and I went on my second cruise back in November of 23, and when of course then I had a wheelchair then, and what I did was like a little table tray
Yeah.
that goes uh,
They hook onto your wheelchair.
that go on the wheelchair, and you hooked it to where. And what I liked about it was the way you hooked it on there. It would not move if you got it. It would You could lock it down on your wheelchair, and that's how I was able to maneuver around that cruise ship. Now I will admit, I had when I got off the ship though, I had to have some help with some of the port members and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
yeah,
all the staff will help you. It's just that sometimes when you need something, they may be helping somebody else. But
yeah,
just wait a few seconds and they'll help you.
yeah, but yeah, it's
Now, on your cruise, I hear that you liked escargot.
yes, that was I tried that on the Carnival Horizon for the very first time. That was actually at the chef's table that I tried that.
Yeah, I didn't do the chef's table, and I didn't try escargot because it just doesn't look like it would be something I would eat. I said, it wasn't offered, so I didn't do it.
Yeah, it was. It's really good with that garlic butter and stuff. The
Yeah.
escargot is. Now, believe it or not, as much as I turned down uh, avocado, uh, as much as I actually tried some avocado on that cruise, but it was mixed in with other stuff,
Yeah.
so it wasn't just
No,
I
You, a lot of people like to take the avocado and they mix it with their onion and their tomato and the lime juice, to make a dip. But some people like to take it and put it in their salads and put it on their hamburgers. If you having it by itself, it
Mhm.
is a little bland, but mixing it with other foods, it's delicious. I
Mhm.
love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for me it depends on how people fix it. I guess, because like I said, the way that was fixed, I liked it pretty good. But
Yeah. It's pretty delicious. My favorite food was the carnival melting cake when they got it right. One night I got it and it was just a little bit overcooked because it was a little gooey at the bottom. But the second time, and third time I got it, a lot of gooey at the bottom. So I guess it's pinned on the shelf that night if he was watching the oven. So
hey, Scott, please click this link here, Scott. Come on up here. I want I want your input on what on what you would give somebody for what advice would you give somebody that's cruising for the first time?
oh, and by the way, I had I think it's called the Ascot. I was at the back of the ship. Ascot, however you say it. And I had a big room, but it wasn't listed handicap.
Yeah.
That was a big enough room that Gary on our cruise could have got uh his scooter in there with no problem. But the
Mm-hmm.
only thing that didn't make it a handicap was the bathroom step up was not like this, not really big, but someone who needed to roll in couldn't have rolled in. But other than that, it was a huge room. Nice, huge room. So if you ever want to go and you want to have a window, that room was wonderful. For me, it was. Now, if you're handicapped and you need that roll right in room, you'll have to get another room. But if you can step up 4 or 5 inches or less to get to the bathroom, then you'll be doing good. But it was wonderful. I'd do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm got in the back of my mind. There's something that may happen in 2026 on a cruise. So that's working out something with Helping Hands for Cruising.
Ah.
So maybe that'll work out. If not, I'll do the cruise myself. If anybody wants to go, I'll still put it out there. But more to come later on that one.
What so what cruise you thinking about going on?
Going on the Horizon in
Oh,
February 14th and 26th.
oh, okay.
I want to do this one in the honor of my husband. He was born February the 15th. And we always wanted to go to Aruba. My daughter was in kindergarten. You know how you graduate kindergarten, they
Oh,
sing for
okay.
you.
Yeah.
And they sang the Kokomo song. And we never got there because when our daughter did really graduate, she decided she'd rather go to Las Vegas to see Star Trek. And so my husband wouldn't. He got airsick easily, and he wasn't one of those that wanted to take medicine. If he didn't have to take it, he didn't take it. So we never went. So I want to go and say, hey, James, I made it to Aruba. If I didn't bury his ashes, I would have taken a few ashes and put some there, but they're buried. I didn't keep any of them.
The NDT show. Hello, Nathan.
Yeah, an AFT room is what I had. Yeah, aft.
Okay, cool.
But anyways,
So
me, I'm hanging out here because I'm up early in the morning.
Do what?
I'm heading out here because I'm up early in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for coming up, Rob.
Yep. Okay.
I will try to be on your line. You say you're at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time?
10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central.
Okay. All right, then. Well, thanks for coming up, Rob.
Yep. All right. Night.
Night,
Come
Rob.
on, folks. Let's get him past $10. Let's get Kenny up there.
I seen where it's going good, NDT. For those of you who may not know, we are raising money to get more recipients on cruises. Whether for somebody that's never cruised before in their life, whether it be due to a financial situation, disability, or even a caregiver that has never cruised before in their life, to be able to.
Yep. Those that, like, I was a caregiver for my husband he was diagnosed with dementia a year and a half before he died, but we and the family, my nephew, we think he probably had it before then, but it wasn't noticeable enough unless you were with him every day.
I understand.
Yeah, because the later it got. But when he fell out here in our yard and busted his head open and went to the hospital, if you got Alzheimer's, dementia, and you're out of your environment, your everyday living environment,
Mm-hmm.
it throws you way off, and it threw him so off that he didn't make it.
Hey, loves you from the Philippines. She's on the other. It is. I want to say.
It's not 6 in the morning over there.
I
6:30.
know it's at. I think they're 12 hours. They're 12 hours ahead, so that'd make it 11:30 a.m. over there. I do
Yeah,
believe. I could be wrong, but
yeah,
I
it's around that time. Yeah.
11:30, 12 p.m. Oh, yeah.
Hey, nice to meet you, love.
It's already the next day over there.
Yeah, I watched another couple on another from the Singapore. She's from the Philippines.
Yeah, yeah. She's over there in the Philippines. Yeah.
Wow.
Um.
Share it out to your people, love. Share the telethon out and get some. We want people from all over the world to benefit from this. Sean has said that he's trying to get people from all over the world, like say from the Philippines. You want to do a group cruise, you would get someone from the Philippines, you nominate someone from the Philippines or your surrounding area to go on a cruise.
That's what we want. We want this thing to be worldwide.
Yes. I talked to a guy last week. I went to the Georgia travel show, and I talked to a guy, and he hadn't got back with me yet, but he was from Viking, and he said he would love to help out. So we want it worldwide. And so if Viking helps out, it might have to be a Viking cruise. So we don't know yet. I've got to call him. I've got to get in contact with him again. But somebody and your employees, get them to help you out. It doesn't need just to be the cruising scene. It needs to be everyone and anyone. If you're riding an RV,
Yeah.
your RVers, your campers, your truckers, you're just getting your car and you go from hotel to hotel, We
Yeah.
want all sorts of people to come and help us out.
Yep. That's what we want. We want to make this thing really grow.
Yep, we want it bigger and bigger every year. There's,
I think one of the goals is we'd like to get uh, one recipient per month on a cruise. I think, isn't it?
well, they would like to get more recipients, depending on how many helping hands for cruising. Like how many? Like Scott is going on a cruise, but he's going with his friend. But if Scott goes on a cruise and he makes it helping hands for cruising, they want to put someone on Scott's cruise. If it's Michael Ann's cruise, they want to put someone on Michael Ann's cruise. They want to put someone on, if Kenny ever hosts one, they want to put one on Kenny's cruise. But if there's not one hosted every month, there can't be a reciprocate. So, for every hosting going on, they would like to be able to put at least one person on that cruise. Now, on the rock and roll cruise, they're trying to get 2 people. They've already got one. They've got one in the works. That's what rumors are saying, but I don't know who it is. But they would like to get another one. So, if anybody knows who the person is, I don't. But
speaking of the rock and roll tribute cruise, have they actually? I know I got that email from Bruce, but
all right, Ross said Orange Cone Blog said tonight that it's going to go out on the same day but a different port.
Oh, okay.
So if you've made reservations for a hotel for a day or two before you get in there, you're just gonna have to contact Bruce or Ross, and they will they're sending you out the details. So if you haven't checked your emails, check your emails. So it's not finalized yet. He said about another week or two, and he'll have it all finalized. So they're going to announce what ship and what port, because they got it for the same day, but it's a different port. So I don't know if the port's going to be out of Florida, out of Mississippi, out of who knows where. But it's going to
be
different ports, all I know. Could be Florida still, or it could be somewhere else. He didn't say. He just said different port, same day, different port.
So it's still going to go out November 29th.
Still, yeah, that's what they're hoping. So far, they're hoping still to go out on the 29th.
And go until the 6th of December.
6th or 9th. Anyway, he didn't say. He just said it's the same day, but a different port.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're trying to keep it the same price.
Well, I didn't know that Bruce was trying to keep it at the same group rate.
Price. Yeah, same price or cheaper if they can, but so far but you just have to talk to Bruce or Ross or email someone from Helping Hands for Cruising that would know that information. But Bruce and Ross know more about it than I do. I just telling you what was on on Orange Cone's vlogs before Kenny's. But if you want to host one, go to Helping Hands #4 Cruising and fill out the paperwork there if you want to host a cruise. Now, if you want to nominate someone, go to Helping Hands #4 Cruising and nominate someone. You have to do about a 2-minute video or a little over, but you cannot nominate a family member.
You cannot nominate a family member, or you cannot nominate yourself either.
No, you can't nominate yourself or a family member. So if I want my daughter to go, I would have to get someone else to nominate my daughter. Or if Kenny wanted to go, he can't go again unless he pays for it himself. So if you want to nominate somebody, nominate your next door neighbor, your best friend, as long as they've never been on a cruise and they fit the criteria. Go read it yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say the criteria if I get it wrong, so.
But yeah, you can't nominate yourself, and you can't nominate family member. It has to be somebody that it has to be somebody that's never cruised before. It can't be somebody that's already cruised.
Right.
It has to be somebody that has never cruised in their life.
Yeah, somebody's never cruised. Yeah. Now, Kenny, I know you probably don't have anything you want to give away, but if somebody wanted to donate $10, I bet Kenny would turn on his camera while he's sleeping, and you can watch him sleep all night.
Yeah, you can watch her sleep. That would
get. Yeah, let's watch Kenny sleep all night. Come on, give you $10, and he'll turn his camera on. Won't cost him a dime, but it'll get Helping Hands from Cruising.
You'll see me sleep right here on the couch.
I say he's sleeping on his bed because he likes being closer to the door than he does his bed.
Yeah, my door's right there, so.
Yeah, I know you like doing that, but if anybody want to watch Kenny sleep, come on, give us the $10. Come on, get him past $10. Get it up there. Or if you don't want him to sleep, put the $10 up there.
Yeah.
Let's go, people. Come on, give.
Yep, it's a go. We'll go with for a good cause for sure.
Yep, everybody, come on. Give up your coffee in the morning. Stay home and make your own pot of coffee. Give that $10 that you were going to give to Starbucks.
Speaking of coffee, I made a fresh pot this evening. Before the Down Under Cruisers come home.
Yep. Save that coffee money. Give it to the Helping Hands for Cruising. Oh, you don't drink coffee? Well, save that hot chocolate money. Or save that donut money. Or that piece of pie you were going to buy.
Yeah.
Or that extra dessert that you were going to get when you go out to eat. Give it to Helping Hands for Cruising. Come on, let's get Kitty some more money up there.
Yeah, I don't know what the total is as it stands right now, but like my clan is saying there, every little bit helps.
Yeah. Let's see. The first person total amount was, I saved them a $135. Then the next person was, come on, computer, show me what the next one was. They raised $90. Then the next person raised, come on, computer, you're a little slow tonight. The next person raised $595. Kenny's at $10. Let's get him past that. Then the next person raised $200. Then one more person. Let's see what they raised. Orange Cone Blog raised $115.
Yeah.
Let's see what Kenny's got.
Yeah, my advice to give somebody that's never cruised before is just don't be afraid to get out and
don't be afraid. Yeah.
Don't be afraid and get out and try new things. Try.
Kenny's raised $10. Let's get him to $20.
Hey Scott, you not gonna come up, Scott? I'd love to have you up here, Scott. because I don't think I've actually ever had you up at an actual up on my own live stream. I know you've been up with me with Jimmy, but I don't think you've actually been on my own live stream myself.
Yeah, come on. Let's
Come
get
on.
one. Come on. I don't, if I had anything to auction off, I would. I've got stuff for mine at 5 o'clock tomorrow, but
I use I
StreamYards, right? Yeah,
freedom.
StreamYards. There is a link. I
I
did.
actually
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
know I know some people don't, but I actually pay for my StreamYard.
I don't pay for mine because it was 40. I don't have enough right now to pay for it. If it gets up there, I will. Hey,
They
Carol. But
they
I finished. I gotta cut off the ends of the hat, and I'll have another hat. It'll go auction off tomorrow. Mine. Red for helping hands for cruising. So let's get it up there. Come on, everybody.
the links are in the chat, Scott. Good
Yep.
evening, Carol Walters.
Hey, Carol.
But yeah, that's what I use to go live. I know they actually went up on the pricing. It actually cost. They've done some changes here lately, and
It's $45.
it actually cost me.
The basic package starts at 45.
Hey, Scott!
Hey!
Roxy!
Hi!
I'm glad you finally come up here, brother.
I am likewise.
So,
Yeah.
while you're up here, brother, so what advice would you give somebody that has that's getting ready to cruise for the first time, that's never cruised before? What advice would you give them?
Ooh, that's a really good question, Kenny. I think the advice that I would say, I think as myself as an overachiever, I would say that a lot of these cruise ships are equipped with so much to do, and they're so big, and there's so many activities, and I think that as a first time cruiser, don't feel the need that you have to do everything that is offered or everything that is on the fun times or the cruise list. I think it's important, especially as a first time cruiser, definitely important to enjoy what's important to you. For example, if Roxy just wants to go on a cruise and sit in a lounge chair and read a book and just relax, well, guess what? The sail away party might not be for Roxy, and that is okay because that cruise, she is going to relax and just read a book. If Kenny wants to go to the 80s party and rock out and hang out, well, guess what? Kenny's going to go to the 80s party and have a wig on and be dancing like we all know Kenny does. But I think first time cruiser, there's a lot on a ship, and you can easily get overwhelmed. And I think it's really important to do what's important to you because a cruise is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and whether it's helping hands for cruising or whether you take yourself on a cruise, I think that it's 5 days, 7 days, 3 days, 14 days, whatever it is. I think that's a special time for you to enjoy what you enjoy most. So
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good thing. But don't hide in your room. You have
Don't.
to go sit in one of the go sit on one of they got plenty of benches, plenty of chairs. Go sit in a chair and watch the people go by if you don't want to go. But just don't sit in your room.
My favorite thing, people watching for sure.
Yeah.
110%. Now, if you have a good balcony, though, or an extended balcony or a cove balcony, I don't know, Roxy. I don't know. You might not get me to leave my room for that one. So, I mean,
Yeah, if you had a balcony, but if you don't have a balcony, yeah, go sit in one of the it doesn't have to be a bar. Just
True.
what there are chairs all over.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get up to where the open places are, there are chairs all over. Just go sit in one of them.
Yes. Yes.
And NDT said he would get sick. Like I said earlier, go to your pharmacy or your doctor and get something so you won't get sick.
Yeah, get like those patches, or even I forget what I think I had like the little
The Dramamine.
the Dramamine pills. I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, I will say for my first very first cruise, I unfortunately, as most of you know, I did wind up being sick. But I still wound up. I wound up going to the medical team on the ship to get tested. To get tested for the coof.
The coof, the coof, Kenny.
Yeah, and things like that. And they did tell me that if I did have it, then I'd have to quarantine in my room for. But thankfully, I did not have to quarantine myself in the room, so that would have. Yeah, I.
How many days was it the first cruise, Kenny?
It was an 8-day.
Nice.
I got no sickness because I put in my head I'm going there to have fun. I'm not going there to be sick. I just wouldn't let it get up to me. I'm not going to.
How long was yours, Roxy, that you just went on? 7?
Mine was a 5-day.
A 5? Okay.
No, but the one I would like to go on would be an 8-day cruise.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but 5 days was not. It was just right, but it could have been longer.
Okay.
So, okay. Speaking of, so what has been your favorite thing that you've ever done on your cruises that you've been on, Scott?
Are you kidding me? I was just gonna ask you and Roxy that. I was legit just gonna ask you and Roxy, say, now that you've both been on a cruise for Helping Hands for Cruise, what is your favorite thing to do on a cruise, or what is your favorite thing about a cruise? What?
Well, mine was
my mind, Kenny. You're reading my mind.
Mine was actually, I actually loved Bonaire when I got to actually go on that golf cart and got to see the ocean for the very first time in my life. I was like, my eyeballs was like, wow, what have I missed in my 29 years, almost 30 years of life, never seen the ocean, never been to the beach or anything in my life. And I'm like, wow, what an amazing creation. I loved how the waters and stuff, and Donovan from RV on the Wayside, he was explaining to me what each of those colors meant and things and things like that, and I got to see my very first live flamingo.
Oh,
Real flamingo in person too. So I thought that was a beautiful.
They're cool.
Yeah, and of course, getting to try new foods and the escargot.
did you get to eat escargot in Bonaire?
No, I actually got to try that on the chef's table.
Oh,
Actually, I did the chef's table.
and did it make your tongue slap your brain?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
He can eat mine. I didn't want to try it. I wasn't offered it. I did not get offered escargot, so I said, nope, I'm not going to bring it up because I don't want it.
Oh, you can have mine too, Penny.
Now, I can tell you what Scott's favorite thing was. He was with his friend, and y'all went to every bar on the ship and tried every drink on the ship.
We just might.
Now I did try the virgin drinks like
Did
Shirley the Shirley Temple
Yeah.
and the pina colada.
Yup, the frozen pina colada. Yup.
And one other one that I got to try, the strawberry daiquiri.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the one.
strawberry daiquiri,
Yeah. And for those of you may not know, a virgin drink is the non-alcoholic drinks.
So all those drinks you can get with alcohol in it too. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can. For those of you that are alcoholic drinkers, you can get them with alcohol in them. So,
And
well, you
which
can
was
also
your favorite, Kenny, out of all three?
I would say the pina colada
Oh,
because I like pineapple and coconut. So
yeah, but if you don't drink or want to try a drink, just tell the bartender to put a little bit in there of the alcohol and not the half of the glass like they do, you know. Just a little bit, you know, not a lot, because I'm not a real big drinker either. But I will drink a strawberry daiquiri, and I always tell them light alcohol. And I'll drink a wine spritzer, and I'll tell them light wine. So, you know, that usually means less and more of the other stuff.
The club soda.
Or ginger ale or Sprite or 7-Up.
True.
Yeah. Club soda to me is a little too, I don't like it. Yeah. Yeah, not flavorful. Sparkling water is not my favorite.
But yeah. So what was your favorite thing, Scott?
Oh, my favorite thing on my first cruise. Was that the question?
On any cruise. On all your cruises.
Oh, my favorite thing on cruises. My favorite thing on the cruises is honestly the food. I'm not even gonna lie to everybody. It's the food.
I will say this: you won't go hungry on
Won't go hungry on a cruise. You definitely won't. I mean, from the Guy's Burger, I like Carnival, so from the Guy's Burger to the different entrees in the MDR, and this year I was able to go on a lot of Journeys cruises or a few Journeys cruises, and I was able to do the different sea day lunches. So sea day lunches and sea day brunches are kind of different. Sea day brunches will kind of be like a set menu, where the sea day lunches will kind of be more towards the ports kind of that you're going to, or more of your eccentric kind of meals that it's geared towards. So the sea day lunches were kind of nice. We had a Mexican lunch. We had an Asian lunch one day. What was the other one? Oh, we had like an American BBQ style, which was kind of like ribs, and it was so good.
That sounds good.
So good. Like what you would think of like having like an American barbecue. Like that's what they had at the MDR for lunch. And I was
What made your tongue slap your brain?
yes. The beans, the corn, the ribs, everything. So good.
My grandmother owned a barbecue restaurant when I was growing up, so I'm very picky. You know.
I mean, this might not have been up to standard, but I mean, at least it was nice to see a little bit different of a variance of the menus for those. I think this was I did a 14 and 11 day, so both of those had different sea day lunches, which are different sea day brunches. So.
Yeah, I have a friend that was on a cruise, and when they got to a new country that day, I think it was lunch or it could have been dinner, they had whatever that country meal for that country was.
I love that.
Yeah, you could choose that, or you could go do the regular whatever if you didn't want to go have the octopus from wherever, or the sea bass, or the.
Oh, I'm in for sea bass. I'm in for sea bass.
Or the funny looking fruits, if you didn't want any of that kind of stuff, you go to the regular meals. Yeah. Yeah. So I enjoyed the Carnival cruise director and all the shows he did. I got to meet him. He was really nice. Good looking man, but he's got a girlfriend that works for Carnival too. Yeah, they try to get all their cruises together so they can. So
I remember Cookie was, if I remember right, Cookie was the cruise director on the Carnival Horizon, but I don't remember who the cruise director was on the Carnival Sunshine.
Teddy, I'm donating $20.
All right.
That's why I'm looking at my phone. I'm going to donate $20 to you and the foundation and everything right now. So if I'm looking down,
way to go.
That's what I'm doing right now via Megs. Y'all bring the donations, please. This is the man right here who inspired HH for Sea.
Yeah.
Number 4 right here went on a cruise for HH for Sea. So
yeah,
I'm pulling
so
it
leave
out.
your camera on so we can watch you sleep all night now.
We're doing it right here.
Yeah, Felipe, I've
Bam,
been told by Michael Ann and some of the others that Felipe was as good as Cookie. They were kind of equal, is what someone said.
Ow, no. Ow!
But watching one of the cruisers that I watched named Bob Dingo, some of the cruises he's been on, some of those cruise directors are like, is this over yet? When's the show over? They didn't have a lot of life in them,
Mm-hmm.
Or it could have been that they were having rough seas and didn't feel like, doing it that day. So
No, bam, done. Yeah.
Meg says she will match the next 25 after Scott. donation.
Come on, come on.
Well, I love HH for C, and I love Ford Man, and I love Roxy. So I can't wait till we can cruise together.
You know, I've met
Yeah, we
Rob
met.
in
I'm
person,
jealous.
but I have not got to meet
I
Scott.
just gotta find someone that's got a cruise that needs a cruise partner.
Well, see,
A cruise friend. Roxy's looking for a cruise friend. Me too.
I'm looking for a cruise friend that will share the expenses. You know, I know some of the cruises say this is solo prices. Well, actually, they're not really solo prices.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. They're like 1.5 prices ish. A little
I
bit.
honestly would not mind. I honestly would not mind hosting
Oh,
a group cruise, but I don't know how I would, you know, how I would go about doing that.
Like I said, you have to go to the HH Helping Hands for cruising and fill out the paperwork.
Hmm.
So one day I'm going to be on a cruise with Scott.
yes,
Don't know when and where, but we will.
that is true.
So stay on after this. Oh, it's 12 o'clock, so it's actually no one goes on after us. So
No, I can continue on if I want to.
I mean, no, we were all banking on Kenny falling asleep, and then we were just going to bet on.
But
I was here for the late night bets, you know.
I lost, you know.
but
Oh, will Kenny wake up on the second? I was not there for Kenny. I watched that live stream like 5 times, but I was not there for the original one. But dude, that live stream.
I was not there either, but I kept watching, and he would go,
Yes.
"Hello."
The original, the OG one where you fell asleep. I did not know you then, but I have since watched it at least 5 times in completion.
Yeah,
I'm asleep.
yeah, that's Kenny. Honestly,
And his chat is just as the hours are going, his chat is just going up.
Yeah.
More people are like, is this dude asleep? Is he gonna wake up? Is he joking?
Actually had people in my basement.
Yeah.
They were wanting to come up. And when I woke up, I don't know how many people. Well, I guess I had about well, I can only have 10 people up, so I had about 10 people in my basement wanting to come up.
I mean, there are people who make money off of showing they're nothing but they're sleeping. Then there are people who try to make money and they fall asleep.
Oh, yeah, hilarious.
Yeah, I need to give you my address
Okay.
after this, Scott.
Oh, yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh,
I don't know how I got it, but I said, "Thank you, Lord."
thank you, Lord. Oh.
Meg, I am not sure. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to go to Helen this year or not, because I've got there's some things that I'm in the process of trying to do, and
In other words, Kenny, you need a ride to Helen.
outside of YouTube, so yeah. So Scott called me Scott from Kicking It Country called me the other day.
Oh, yeah, Scott will bring you.
Yeah, well, he told me, he said I could he told me. He said any time that uh, uh, anytime I needed a ride or that he was going.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
And
If the price for the rock and roll cruise wasn't so high,
uh-huh.
I might think about it. But right now,
was we'll see. The thing about this, I told Bruce. See, I wasn't expecting uh, Norwegian to refund the money back because I thought what was going to happen was since he was trying to get it on a different ship. I thought he was going to take the funds that we paid for on that one ship, transfer them over to the whatever ship we're going to be going on.
just make sure you don't spend the funds if you got them back. If you really want to go.
Yeah, I do want to go.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm going for sure. I don't know what they're in the final stages of getting the ship, but I'm on.
Yeah, if they still have the over 60 rooms booked, who knows?
Mm.
But like I was saying earlier, if you're going to go on that one and you haven't talked to Bruce or Rob or hadn't checked your emails, check your emails.
Well,
Hotel you got in one city, it's not going to work because it's going out of another port. And he didn't say what port. It could be Florida, it could be Mississippi, it could be Louisiana, it could be California. We don't know. I'm thinking most likely probably Florida, but I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't keep up where all the cruise ships come and go from. Eventually, I want to do a relocation cruise.
Ooh,
along.
yeah, that'll be a nice one.
Yeah. I wanted to go out of Louisiana, going to Barcelona, Spain, but it's full.
Mm.
And it would have been with Felipe, the cruise director, but it's coming back, and I think the one coming back is probably full by now too.
Mm.
But if you wanted to stay over there for 2.5, 3 months and wait till it comes back, you won't have to wait for the airline ticket, but then you got to have a hotel for it that long.
Yeah, I definitely want to go on this. I definitely want to go on this rock and roll tribute cruise, and
Yep.
I want to get to. I definitely want to get to meet people that I have not met yet for the first time. So, and Scott is.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of people on it, so I'm hoping they're planning good meetups so everybody at least meet once.
Mm-hmm.
I was told that there was going to be a pre-cruise meetup anyway.
Yeah, there's going to be a pre-cruise meetup. So, but if they've got over 60 room and each room has 2 people in it, that's 120 people.
Yeah.
So, not like my cruise. We had 9 people.
Yeah.
I saw all of them every day, at least at dinner time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everybody please donate to this great cause, because you never know whose life you might change.
Change mine.
Because this is definitely a life-changing experience.
Yeah.
For somebody that
When my husband was alive, I said, let's go on a cruise. I'm not getting sick today. I said, yeah, but you work on airplanes. I work on them. I don't fly in them unless I have to. You know, he was on the ground. He said,
Yeah.
bye, have fun, wave at me, walk out of the room.
Ah,
I did it. And I'd do it again.
so your husband never did like going on a cruise or anything?
No, he got vertigo real easy. He did have to fly. In his younger days, when he was younger, he did fly. Kept a birth bag with him, but he had to fly to fix an airplane out of state. But as he got older,
Ah,
he would bow out of it and say, the younger guys can go. And he would let the younger guys go. So,
yeah.
and some of them would volunteer because I knew James got sick easily.
Ah,
And once a year, he had to get in the airplane simulator. And our friend who's still alive, he said we would always turn it to one. I didn't know you could turn it to so many different settings. But they would turn it to the easiest setting there was number one. He still got sick. So,
I understand.
yeah, but he just wasn't, if he didn't have to go fix an airplane, he would rather have stayed on the ground. But he wanted to be a pilot. And he could taxi the plane. He taxied a plane at least once a week from the gate to the hangar. But getting it up in the air, no, the pilot didn't want his seat sick. So, but it was fun. He was fun. And now I can do what I want. No one to tie me down.
So, okay.
If I can find the clip, I'm going to play it on mine tomorrow. If I can find the clip when I'm going on the ship,
uh-huh.
I said I'm single and I'm ready to mingle.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's people. Hey, Roy and Becky Travels.
Roy and Becky?
Yeah, hi.
They're out there in Quartzsite, Arizona.
Quartzsite.
How
It's
far
about
is
80-something
that?
degrees there
How
compared
far
to
is
here.
that from you, Scott?
Like 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Oh, you're in Arizona?
Yes, I am in Arizona.
I watch Crazy Pieces from Arizona on YouTube. Crazy Pieces, Crazy Biddles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What,
you're in
what Arizona?
The Valley area.
Oh.
What they call the Valley.
That's where I'm from.
Oh, you might have run into them. They have a bunch of kids. They're all adopted. Well, not all of them.
Me too.
Yeah, they adopted three. They had 3 children. One group did, and adopted all the rest of them. The other family had 2 natural children, and they adopted all the rest of them. But they're in the Sedona, the Valley area.
Sedona is not the Valley area.
Well, I mean, they're in the Valley. They're in the Valley area.
Sedona's beautiful. Don't get me.
Yeah, they went to Sedona. One of the kids did. They went up to the ski place that was about an hour and a half from their house last week. But they're in the Valley.
The Valley. It's Scottsdale.
And
That's the Valley's base. The Valley's base.
not my brother, but I call him my brother because he was at our house more than he was his when we were growing up. He lives out in the Valley somewhere out there. And I said, one day I'm going to come out there and see you. And he said, no, you're not. But I said, yeah, I am. He doesn't want to come back to Georgia. He'll do anything, but he doesn't want to come back to Georgia.
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, they actually have a golf course out there, don't they, Scott? Called the TPC Scottsdale.
It is.
In Scottsdale.
Yes. Yep. It's about to be very popular. It's about to be the Phoenix Open right now, Kenny.
So I was going to say, I was thinking they had a golf course out there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Mesa, Arizona is one of them. Yeah, I live in the Mesa area.
the Mesa area, and then the Phoenix Open is up here in Scottsdale, so it actually gets very, very busy. I would say for the next month or so.
Meg says it's about 2 hours past her bedtime. She's got to work and
Yeah.
she said, "Love y'all."
There's
Love
this
you, man.
contest
Me
that I could
too.
enter to go out to the Arizona to that golf thing they're gonna have. I said, but I don't like golf.
Oh,
So
it's crazy. It's crazy.
I love golf. You know,
It's nuts. It's fun.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but it's nuts.
It's fun to watch, but I don't want to play it. I'm not in the. No.
a lot of people don't like to watch it because they think it's the most boring thing to watch when you're chasing the ball.
No.
Let's go, Jason.
I'm not a sports person, so
Have to say 4.
4.
Especially if it's about ready to hit somebody in the head. But Scott, where do you see this HH4C going to in the future?
I see it going to hundreds and hundreds of people being on these group cruises, and I see it, changing hundreds and hundreds of lives. It just in the 4 lives that it has already changed. We can see such a tremendous impact of Helping Hands for Cruising. So I can just imagine the, thousands and thousands of guests that will be on these coming up Helping Hands for group cruises, but also changing hundreds and hundreds of lives like your own, those who are, again, less fortunate than myself to go on cruises and experience this amazing experience for the very first time.
I see it just going up and up and up.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise here. I really want to see this thing reach worldwide and just change so many people. I was looking at some of the comments here.
It's changed for the better.
Yes, it has.
Mike Land says, I did go to a golf tournament in Michigan with my ex.
Nearly got hit with a golf ball.
Got about 2 feet. Oh, yeah, ouch.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what people holler when it goes the wrong direction.
4.
But yeah, but yeah, I love.
Michael.
Oh yeah, you can go. There are cruises. I don't remember the name of the cruise ship, but there are selling cruises where you can live on the cruise ship. And I forget their name, but I was watching them earlier today, and they're on their permanent. They got a different room because the room they were in was making so much noise that they finally, after a month, they got them a new room and said,
Wow.
They got
Well, see, the thing about the way I look at a cruise, uh, it's basically um, like a hotel on a boat, pretty much.
it's like a house on the water.
A house on water.
Basically,
Yeah, pretty much. Or because I mean, you don't have to worry about doing dishes or.
Now I was watching today, and this one guy he bought one, and they turned 3 rooms into one for him,
Mhm.
and he had an what they call an apartment size refrigerator, about as tall as I am. But most of them have the normal cruise little refrigerator, but I don't think you can have a microwave. You can have a coffee pot, but I don't think you can have a microwave. So you could take the coffee pot and make instant oatmeal and stuff with that, hot water. But most of the rooms are your standard cruise rooms, unless you got the money, to pay for the extra. But he had 3 rooms, 2 bathrooms. He had 2 bathrooms and one big old long room for him and his wife. And they had 2 beds that pulled down from the ceiling so their family could come. And you can have family on there, but you have to do it. I think she said 60 days in advance. You have to say, hey, I want my brother and his wife to come on the cruise. You get perks, but yeah. And she advertises on her channel the rooms that are for rent. So if I bought one and I decided I wanted to go home for 2 months, so the cabin's staying empty, you could rent it out and have my room for 2 months.
Ah.
And they get all the perks. So they get 4 drinks a day, 2 at breakfast. 2 at lunch, and 2 at dinner.
Mm.
So I don't see how the package for drinking. I don't drink. I wouldn't drink, but maybe 1 or 2 the whole cruise I'm on, because I'm not a big drinker. But if you're a big drinker, yeah. But 4 drinks a day was probably enough for most people.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't
You just
want
have to go where the ship's going. It's the only problem.
because you don't want to wound up being so drunk that you fall every which direction.
Let's see. I've seen
No, you
someone.
don't want to be that drunk, Kenny.
I've seen some who are almost passed out. Like your friend you're going with, one of his videos. He was sitting there. He was sitting there with not you, but another guy. And the guy said, let's see how long he stays with his head down. He started watching his watch.
Oh, Lord.
So,
But yeah, I wished when I was trying those virgin drinks, I wished that I could have tried. I wished I had more time to try more than what I did. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
well, if you go on the rock and roll cruise, get with Scott, and he will tell the bartender what kind of alcohol drink you can drink that you won't even know it's there. He can tell him put just a little bit in there for you.
Virgin for Kenny.
Virgin.
Yeah.
Virgin
He'll help you out.
But it will be the first time we'll be able to get to meet, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, I look forward to it, Scott.
Me too, Kenny. Likewise.
Yeah. Well, it's almost 12:30, and probably we need to get out so the next person can get their sleep that's going to be doing it tomorrow.
Actually, the next show is not until 9 a.m. in the morning, from what I understand.
Who is it? Do you know, Kenny?
Cruising is fun anytime.
Anytime. Oh, Cheryl is coming up on a Saturday. Oh, my Lord. Holy moly. Wait,
I'll be at 5 o'clock tomorrow, so I've got a while.
Is that 9 a.m. Eastern? That's 9 a.m. Eastern, right, Kenny?
Yeah, 9 a.m. Eastern.
It's 9 a.m. Eastern, so that would make it
7 a.m. Oh, I gotta watch Cheryl for that. That's gonna be
That
fun.
that'd be 7 a.m. your time.
Yeah, no, but that's fine. That's late for me. That's fine. So, but
Because I know when I go out with Jimmy, it's 4 your time, right?
so yes, four, correct,
Because we changed time.
correct, sir.
But there are some people who can live on 3 or 4 hours of sleep and they're up and ready to go.
That's the way I am sometimes. I'm
Sometimes,
over-
sometimes, not all the time.
No. No, I'm go to bed around 1 o'clock, 2, and I
What
get up
I'll
around
probably
10.
do is I'll probably make this a 2 solid hours and call it a night for this show.
Are we getting any more
Hello,
money?
Crystal, Destinations
Let's see, how
Delight.
much money has he gotten so far? Let's check it out.
Check it. Hold on.
He's made $30. Can we get it to 60?
Thank you so much. No, this is actually my PJs. Actually, this is actually my birthday PJs that I got from a certain someone. I will not
See, Kenny
say.
didn't send me the memo that I was supposed to be in my pajamas tonight, so I said, "Oh well,
I will not say.
I'm in my Helping Hands for Cruising shirt, made by Amy."
But yeah, I these are actually my birthday PJs. You're forbidden.
I know he forgot to tell us it was a PJ party.
Well, actually, on my regular Friday night live with friends, we, as you know, if you, as I go live,
You go live in your PJs.
go live every other Friday with Melody Living Free Zip Codeless.
Right.
And Earl and Terry from Traveling on Adventures.
Right.
And Melody Living Free Zip Codeless. We wear red for remembering everyone deployed.
Okay.
And that also a portion of that Melanated Living Free Zip Codeless gets for their funding, their money for their channel. Portion of that goes towards another channel called the Wayward Wags, and yeah. So
Not bad. So,
these PJs, like I said, these are my birthday PJs. So yeah.
it takes a very happy man to go on live in their PJs or in their bikini
Well,
bathing
see,
suits.
I'm one of these. Anyway, as long as I'm here at the house, my regular clothes is coming off and these are coming on. So I like to be comfortable. So now if I'm going outside like going like to the store, going to see my dad, then I'll put my regular clothes on. But as far as like hanging around here at the house, yep, yeah, better than yeah. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I would much rather be in my PJs than my birthday suit.
Yeah, I think Michael Ann's gonna have, I think, a PJ party on hers one day. For us ladies. Somebody's channel was. So
Although I will say this. Now, Crystal remembers this. I came up on a live stream for Helping Hands for Cruising. All I had on was a bathrobe and bungee and bungee smugglers. And they were the elephant trunks.
oh, you were wearing a V's present. You know, you gotta be like Sean and wear the bathing suit tonight. Now back to cruising. There is a cruise going out in November, but I don't remember the name of the cruise unless someone knows about it. You have to sign up for it, but you can, if your dog is 18 inches and under, you can take your dog on the cruise. You have to sign up and register your dog and have all your paperwork on your dog saying they've had all their shots.
Yeah.
And so, and there's also a page you can go if you want to like be media.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't heard back on the media, but the problem is Candy's 21 inches. She's not 18. So that lets us out. But if you know somebody that wants to go on a cruise, there is one for dogs going in November. I can't remember the name of the cruise ship.
Yeah. But
Margaret,
have a good night, Roy and Becky. Thanks for coming in.
Have a good night, Maureen and Becky. It's Margaritaville of the Sea that's putting it on, putting the
Yeah. But I would love to go on it, but I can't lie and say she's 18 inches. I don't know if they're going to measure your dog when you get there because you've already gotten there and paid it and all, or if they're going to want proof that they're 18 inches. I mean, I know big dogs can go on a cruise ship if they're a helping dog. Now, you may see a lot of ads for support dogs. Well, a support dog and a helping dog is two different things.
Yes.
And don't let that support dog, I've gotten the ads for it. I filled it out, but they want $99. I said, wait a minute. Now I'm reading about taking a dog on a cruise. It can't be a support dog. It has to be a helping dog. Someone who's, if I'm going to have a seizure, they're going to be there to help me with my seizure. Right. It's got to be a dog that's going to help you walk because you can't see. So don't let the other thing get you, and don't pay the money. I've ignored it. I keep getting ads for it, but I keep ignoring it because they're not going to let you on. Support dogs and helping dogs are two different things.
I want to say hello to Travel Adventures with Eric B.
Hey, Eric B.
Speaking of Travel Adventures with Eric B, I think he is going live tomorrow night, or well, tonight at because it's already Saturday. But I think tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, I think.
I've got the list. Let's see if I can see what
I think
I had the list.
It's in the list.
let's see. Michael Ann Spoiled Mama tomorrow at 3. 4 p.m. is Call Me V. 5 p.m. is me. Travel Adventures with Eric B. is tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
I thought so.
Yeah. So, but we're going to have a great time tomorrow. It's going to be wonderful. Just keep an eye out. Right now I'm downloading my cruise pictures because I can't find them anywhere on my computer. I know I downloaded them after I got back from my cruise, so I'm re-downloading them again. Gonna try to make a little intro.
Ah.
If I can get an intro, not an intro, just a little video to show. If I can't get it, I can't get it. Because I don't use I use whatever came with Windows. So
Yeah.
it's Clip Champ, I think, or something like that. Yeah, Clip Champ. That's what I use. Anyway.
You was talking earlier. You was talking about the cake. Did you ever try that? The
chocolate cake.
The chocolate melting cake with the
the carnival melting cake. Oh yeah, that's what I like. Well,
where you get is it the one where you get the peanut butter on the side or whatever?
Yeah, if you want the peanut butter, you can get the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it depends on too which carnival ship you're on and what cook is cooking it that night. Because if they leave it in there 1 minute too long,
yeah,
it's not gooey. It's good still, but it's not as gooey. When I was growing up, my mother made that's an old recipe. My mother made it. You make your regular chocolate cake batter, but then when you make it, you pour hot water or warm water on top of it and don't stir it. And that warm water will take all the chocolate and make like a syrupy batter under it.
Mm.
So it's very good. So you're going on a cruise next week, aren't you, Scott?
I am. Yep. Next.
What cruise are you going on, Scott?
Carnival Dream.
Where's it going out of?
Galveston, Texas.
8 day, 9 day?
8 day.
8 day. What port you going to?
Key West, Freeport, and Half Moon Cay.
Mm-hmm.
And you think y'all get to the cruise ship on time this time?
I sure hope so.
No stopping for an extra sandwich?
No room, not much room for error this time. I'm flying in the day of, so I advise everybody not do what I'm doing, but I'm flying in the day of. So
yeah, don't do like I did. I get to the airport.
Oh,
I thought I got there in plenty of time. I get there, and they're closing the door.
Oh,
so I had to go 2 hours later and get in 3 hours later because that's just the way it was. And I said, I'm sorry. At least they got me on another flight. And it was the day before. So if you're going the day of, you make sure you leave out on the very first flight that leaves out at probably 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. That is true. I'm leaving at 6 in the morning.
Sometimes you can't help it. You have to leave. But I've seen people who get on the flights and they still miss it.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm joking with Scott. I watched one of his videos, and one of his friends and him, the friend had to stop and get something to eat. He also left his part of his camera equipment in the
oh yeah, that was a mess. Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the Uber, not Uber. It's called a Way or whatever.
Waymo.
Waymo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to do all that. And so they were supposed to check in around 11. They didn't check in till after 2 o'clock.
Yep, that's truth to that.
Yeah. I mean, I got to finish watching that series, but what I've watched so far was kind of funny.
That was crazy. That was a crazy series.
Yeah. Now, the show I went to this past weekend, they were trying to get you to get on a cruise. I got them down to $99 for a 5-day cruise.
Okay.
But then I had to go to another city. I had to go take a tour somewhere. And and I said, I do not want to go take a tour to get a 5-day cruise. I mean, I've done it before. I've done it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But I've done it because the same thing was at the same place I was at. I didn't have to go here and then 5 months later go on my cruise, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I said, no. No, you can get tickets to Disney by going down to Disney World and going to some of those places and taking the tour. But you're already there, and your tickets are going to be good for while you're there, so you don't have to make another trip somewhere else. So that was the only drawback about. Oh, and Margaritaville stopped me and said, let's get you on a cruise. And I'm sitting there, and he starts talking, and I said, yeah, I can tell you your whole spiel. He said, tell me what I'm going to say. I said, well, you're going to tell me I'm going to have a great time. It's going to be wonderful. And then you're going to, under your breath, you're going to say it's a 3-day cruise. He said, how do you know that? I said, because I get a call on my phone about once a week asking me, do I want to go on Margaritaville? And I've already told them, yes, I do, but not on a 3-day cruise.
Yeah.
I've already been approved to go on I think their longest is 5 or 6 days now. I've been approved to go on the longer cruise because my husband was in the military, and I just haven't really checked into it because when I do the final paperwork, I may not be able to do it because he's passed away. But I did get approved after he passed away. So I'm going to see in the next couple of years about really taking it.
Okay.
But I'm one of those that don't want to go for 3 days unless I'm going to go on another cruise right afterwards.
Right.
It's a long, like Billy right now, Captain Billy, he's on a 3-day, but he's only doing it to get his next level up. And then he's going on another one that's a longer cruise.
Yeah.
So I would do it if it's side by side or back to back. But I wouldn't do
Billy
it.
side by side.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do it just for a fly all the way to Florida and then 3 days and, well, you'd have to be a day before because I'm not going to go the day of. Not out of Atlanta. Mm-hmm.
Not from Canada.
No.
Long
It would
way.
have to be a back-to-back or a side-by-side or a triple.
What's okay? What is the difference between a side-by-side cruise and a back-to-back cruise?
So a back-to-back cruise is a cruise that you stay on the same ship. So let's just say, for instance, I'm actually doing my first back-to-back this year, Kenny. So in March, I am going on the Carnival Glory from the 3rd to the 7th, and then I am staying on the Carnival Glory from the 7th to the 11th. So that is a back-to-back cruise because all I have to do is I'll have to do a little loop around customs. I'll come back around and I'll come right back on the ship. I'm not actually sure if I'm having the same cabin. I believe I am, but either way, the back-to-back is going on the same ship. A side-by-side would be like if I'm taking the Carnival Glory and let's just say, I know this ship is not in the port, but let's just say the Harmony of the Seas was in the same home port. I would get off the Carnival Glory and I would get on the Harmony of the Seas either the next day or the same day. So
It's usually the same day, yeah.
Correct, yeah. So such.
Yeah, I think about side by side. You don't have to take anything off the ship. You leave it on, and you just have to take you off and go through.
No,
and
that's back to back. Back to back. You don't have to take it. You just do the loop, and the side by side is
the back to back. You just do the loop. You don't have to take anything off the ship. You just got to go through customs again and wait for your turn to get on.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct. Both are 2 consecutive cruises back to back. One is on the same ship. One is on a different ship in the same home port.
Hmm.
So you have to take all your belongings and all that other stuff.
So if you do a side by side, you'd have to take all your belongings and everything, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Everything. Yep.
So
Okay.
that's the
I
way I
want
would do
to say,
it.
I want to say hello to Ellsworth, Carl, and the family, Lacey, Brooke,
Oh,
Chelsea, and Sarah, and also Stacy, the other half of Ellsworth, Carl. And I want to say, I hope that Sarah, because I saw on Facebook where she had a birthday, actually.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Sarah.
And I believe it was Sarah, yeah. But and for those of you who may not know, those 4 girls of Aerosworth Girl, they're both special needs, and they have their own way of saying hello in their own way. So.
Cool.
So, and I hope to eventually be able to meet them in person one day, hopefully. So,
Yeah. Anyone else want to give? We got another about 7 minutes,
about
7, 8 minutes.
about 7 or 8 minutes, yeah. Feel free to give as much. Now, please note, even after the Cruise-A-Thon is over with this weekend, you can still continue donating to this
Organization, yes.
donations. You can actually, there's a place where you can set it up, I think,
Yeah.
monthly, uh, and I think you can even do it, you can do it weekly, or
You can still, if you've got one listed up there, I don't know how long they're going to leave yours up, but you can, week or two, from now, you could probably still give to me. It will go to Help Hands for Cruising. So that's Kenny's I just put up there. It's a long one. I just copied it from the.
the thing about it is you're not a moderator on my chat. That I can't see the link on the YouTube side. That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
You got to be a
Moderator. Okay.
yeah.
But if y'all want to give to your heart's content.
Yeah, because
If Danny's still here, she can put up the link one more time.
yeah. Well, the link is also pinned at the top of the chat too.
It is pinned at the top.
Okay.
I say, Carl says, I'm reading this. Yes, it's been crazy. Here's Sarah's birthday. Leslie had a seizure that day. Sarah had a seizure this morning. Oh, wow. Prayers for sure. So what's the difference? Okay. So what's the difference between that donation link and the
You are.
PayPal, huh?
I don't believe it's any difference. I think it still goes to the foundation. I think it's just two different. Um,
It just
Ah,
shows like it would just show like Scott's link and how much he raised, and it would show my link and how much I'm gonna raise, and it's showing Kenny's and how much he's gonna raise, just so they'll know, you know,
oh, okay.
kind of a competition for helping hands for cruising staff to see.
Oh, okay. I wondered because, um, you know,
and then the general link up in Roxy's, that's just a general donation to Helping Hand for Cruising for their PayPal, whether it be in Aussie dollars or
oh,
that's just a general link to Helping Hands for Cruising that goes to the foundation, which is all, whether no matter what you did, it all goes to the same foundation. So it all
yeah,
Right.
and it all helps.
yes.
I
Yeah,
like,
this just sort of helps people know that, hey, how much does Scott raise? I don't know. We have to break it down and figure it out. But now this way, you'll know how much Scott raised. But so far, Scott's raised the most of everybody.
Doesn't matter though. We
Doesn't
we
matter
all
though.
we all raised it together. So it's
Yep, we all did.
Helping
Yeah,
Hands for Cruising is a life-changing thing, as we can see from the two of our four recipients. 50% of our recipients are on the screen right now. So
yes, for sure. It is definitely a life changing experience, and definitely highly recommend continue giving and supporting these other channels that's doing the Cruise-A-Thon this weekend, and just donate.
that's right. And you can even set up, like you said, a reoccurring donation. I know one of our favorites, Kenny, and she doesn't mind that I say this. Denise from Bone Tribe Travelers, she actually has a reoccurring donation to Helping Hands for Cruising. I believe it's every month, but you can set it up every month, every week, every day, every hour, every minute, every millisecond. No, I'm just joking. But you can set it up to however little or however much that you want, and you can set that up on a reoccurring subscription to
Yeah,
Hands for Cruising. So thank you to all those reoccurring subscriptions to Helping Hands for Cruising. Denise being one of them.
yeah, and but
I put my address in the private chat.
in the private chat.
Yeah, Scott needs it. I want a prize on his channel.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Roxy.
No problem. So
Um, but yeah, it's any final words anybody want to say, Roxanne?
it's been fun. I'm glad I got to meet this group. I'm glad that Sharon and Gary nominated me for this. And it was wonderful meeting everybody on my side. And so
Roxy.
it was fun.
About
Yeah.
you?
At least I'd rather hear Roxy Roxy than their song Roxanne.
Oh, how many times have you heard that? Oh my god.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. No.
And I was named after, my name should have been Roxanne, but it's Roxanne. And when I was born, my dad was watching a movie,
Uh-huh.
and you know, they had the credits going along, and this name Roxanne came up. And so I asked my mom what was my middle name. She said, "You weren't going to have one. That's why I separated your name."
Yeah. Huh.
My dad went to work, came home, and paperwork was filled out. What could he do?
Okay. Nothing.
Nothing.
Uh,
No.
Any final words, Scott?
no, just continue to donate to this wonderful foundation to continue to change lives like my brother up here, Ford Man Kenneth Oaks, and
Yeah.
Roxy, who just was the recipient of our last helping hands for helping hands for cruising group cruise. And yeah, I just I love this foundation with all my heart, and I love both of you with all my heart. So continue to do amazing things.
Yep. And my final words is thanks for everybody that has donated, and please continue to donate. And remember, the playlist is
Playlist is there. Yep.
in Michael N on Michael N's community tab, and the next show starts at 9 a.m. in the morning. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So,
Yeah.
but just continue to donate, and like I said, you never know whose life you might change. It's definitely a life changing experience for sure, and I want to continue seeing this thing grow and grow and grow. So,
Yep. 9 o'clock.
with that being said,
Fun anytime.
everybody cruising is fun anytime. That is with Cheryl and Jeremy.
I think so.
And I think Scott has something in the basement here for me.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans aren't no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
I like it.
That is a great song that was created by an awesome YouTube channel called Fat Mad Adventures.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
And so, anyway, guys, with that being said, I will see you guys on the next one. And Have a good night's sleep, and thanks for everybody that has donated. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye,
y'all.
everyone.
I gotta try to end the stream.